Why am I even here? Let me see this. Oh yeah, somebody tell me what I'm doing here. Because I was just washing my rice and this one is telling me we have somewhere to go. Somewhere, okay? Now we're in Oyobo Pepe's house. Oh yeah, talk. So basically, I've been talking to Chinedu and just saying how he's doing, like what he's going through in this household. Wait, hold on. What is he going through that you need to be talking to me like this? Chinedu, what are you going through that you need to be dragging Oyobo into this situation? Oh yeah, talk to me. Talk to me. No, I want him to talk to me. Basically, can you help please? So basically, Chinedu has been telling me that he's not been feeling all supported in his household and really welcome there too. Hold on. Wait! Who are you? Because you're talking to me like you know me from Adams. Who are you? Well, I am the therapist that's been seeing Chinedu one-on-one. Therapist care. So you mean to tell me that your parents have sent you to school to come back and read people's minds, eh? Is that what you're telling me? Therapist care? Chinedu, this was you're wasting your allowance on therapist day. Therapist that will come and diagnose you and call you all types of illness. Chinedu, is this what you're on? Hi. I have suffered in this world. No, I don't think that Chinedu is actually wasting his money on this. That's really disrespectful to say. Because if he wants to talk about his feelings, he actually can, you know. Wait! So you're raising your voice at me because therapist, you're supposed to be diagnosing his feelings. But you're there shouting at me like you want to fight me. You are mad. Oh yeah, tell me what he's been saying. Because I want to know. Because since he has gone big breast, to be talking to you behind my back and telling you how he feels in this household, Oh yeah, tell me what he's been saying. Since you know so much therapist. I'm sorry, but you don't really shout me like that. I'm not your child, babe. You're really disgusting. I'm not saying what Chinedu's been saying. You're really disgusting, babe. Oh, hey. Oh, you boy Pepe have grown wings, Wow. Wow, that's all I can say. Oh, you both Pepe have grown wings and started shouting at me like I'm my age mate, Babe, I didn't say you're my age mate anyway. Keep quiet. What kind of foolishness is that rubbish? Oh yeah, Chinedu, when I told you we will go speak to Pastor Ademile. Come get your stuff. Let's get out of this rubbish. Talking to me like I'm your age mate? Do I know you? So stupid. Now, Chinedu, you don't need to go. Nah, the girls come. Miss Girl, if you ever raise your voice at me like that again, you will know my name. Let's go.
As far as I'm concerned, since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. It's true. I mean, where would the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, our diamonds, our platinum, our whatever. Everything you are is us. I am not saying it, it's a fact. And in return for all of this, what have we got? Nothing. Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us. You brought us tuberculosis. We didn't have this big cough until white people came here. In exchange for Africa giving Europe 500 solid years of our people, I mean not Europe, the Western world, of our human beings to work your canes, to dig your gold, to take in gold itself, diamond, I mean you know, fish, peanuts, palm oil, everything. In exchange for that, we have got nothing. Nothing. And you know it. Nothing. And you look upon, so white folks look upon us like monkeys. It is true. It's in your literature. Hey, some of your best thinkers have said this about us. Have you heard of all these Germans? Have you heard? Okay. Yes. They said Lord Burton, people like that, they said we don't even have the brain of animals. That's what we've got from you people.
But don't you think that this is over now?
Over where? Is it over? Who said that AIDS came from the green monkey? Is it over? Is it over?
Well, if this is your impression, do you think that you can ever forgive us?
It's not a question of forgiveness. I have nothing against you. My point is that you did and you are doing for your survival what is necessary. We can't blame you for that. The fact that we didn't do enough for our own survival and we are still not doing enough for our survival, that is not your problem.
So stitch this and tell me something that white people aren't ready to hear. I'll go first.
You can't buy your way into spirituality. You can't. You have this tendency of wanting to be part of everything. You can't. This idea that you guys want to be sangomas, makosis, hoodoo, voodoo, every form of spirituality you want to be part of. You can't buy your way. You can't educate your way. If it's not there, it's not there. I really need to say that you have a tendency of wanting to be involved in all forms of spirituality, and that's why things keep going bad and the world's going to shift, because you need to stay out of African and every other people of colors spirituality. It was specifically for them. Niyathanda ukuzimixa, niyathanda ukuba impukane ningene endaweni nizixove nizenze ubhatha. Stay out of people of color spirituality. Not everything needs to include.
My friend, why do you have those stupid things in your ears? Are you gay? You know God doesn't like that nonsense.
Well, first off, having earrings in my ear does not make me gay. It's just a piece of jewelry in my ear. And second, the Bible says love thy neighbor, so stop being homophobic.
Wow, so you don't respect?
No, I do respect, but you don't.
What do you mean? Well, since you want to act like you're better than everybody, like you're holier than thou, what about you and alcohol? If you went to church and read the Bible like a real Christian, you will know that in the Bible it says drinking alcohol is not a sin.
You're right. Drinking alcohol is not a sin.
But you drink to get drunk. And drunkenness is a sin. Jesus. And who are you to judge?
Who am I? Who are you?
You go around telling everybody to lose weight, yet you haven't lost your baby fat from 1998. Jesus. And you gossip. The Bible says not to do that either, but you still do. Okay. So before you two use the Bible to come and judge me, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, does Jehovah approve of you two? Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about zombies, voodoo, Haiti, the US, why they're all related, and why it's important now. Haiti became the world's first black republic after waging a successful slave rebellion against the French. This led to the country gaining its independence in 1804. A huge portion of Haiti's success in the slave rebellion is due in part to the ceremony that took place at Bois-Caïma, which is where the insurrection was planned and a voodoo ceremony ensued. When the US got word that Haiti wanted to war with France and now stood as an independent black republic, tensions were through the roof. There wasn't a single week that went by that didn't make mention of Haiti in the newspapers. Haiti was being discussed in every state congress. By default, Haiti became synonymous with rebellion and stood as a threat to white supremacy in the pro-slavery South. White America feared that Haiti's success would without a doubt inspire and give hope to an imagined future of emancipation and liberation for black Americans in the West, and this was an issue. Slowly over time, this idea of some sort of Haitian contagion among white Americans began to take root, and the US needed a way to dismantle that. And so it was during the US occupation in 1915 that Catholic and Christian missionaries made a concerted effort to demonize Haitian spiritual practices. One of the ways they chose to do this was by disseminating misinformation about Haitian voodoo. An American by the name of William Seabrook, who was there during the occupation, became very familiar with the concept of the Haitian zombie, which is basically the process of reanimating a dead corpse through ritualistic magic by a boko, or witch doctor. His discovery and research around Haitian voodoo would become the basis for a film that was released in 1932 by the title White Zombie. White Zombie is the first feature-length zombie film and is said to be the foundational framework for which all zombie movies were created after its release. White Zombie was America's first introduction to a bastardized representation of Haitian spirituality. It served as a catalyst for the creation of more zombie films that were intentionally created to spread misinformation and light a flame to white America's worst fears around voodoo. American media also used this as a tool to further dehumanize and villainize black folk. In a lot of these movies, zombies are depicted as these vile creatures, skin usually on the darker side, if not covered by dirt, and white women were always the victims. American media went out of its way to paint Haiti as a savage, lawless, primitive land that was filled with nothing but evil, magic, and disease, hence my use of the term Haitian contagion contagion. America understood the threat that Haiti posed and what it would mean for a society that thrived on white supremacy, as the French did. Now, my reason for bringing this up is that Haiti is still suffering from the stigmatization till this day. Even now, voodoo is still used as a scapegoat for Haiti's issues. There are Christian extremists who are on the ground seeking to rid Haiti of its spiritual practices. Again, till this day, these people claim that Haiti is suffering from poverty, disenfranchisement, and elemental persecution as a result of a pact they made with the devil. If there's anything I want you to take from this video, it's that since the inception of this Black Republic, the US has sought to destabilize the country through means of politics, economics, education, etc. The only thing Haiti is paying for is its liberation.